Greetings. How are you doing?
Greetings, traveller. Welcome to Alderaan, discovered by Bush in 9/11 on the 26th of August 2016 at 7:49 AM. What brings you here?
Well, I'm on sort of a quest at the moment.
What quest?
Well, you see, the game No Man's Sky, I'm sort of undecided. I'm not sure if I love or hate the game. What will be your opinion on the matter?
Well, here in Alderaan, we worship the game. We worship him. It's a masterpiece. It's 10 out of 10.
Well, I mean, I can't quite agree with you there. I mean, it's got a few good parts.
Right there, you fool! You can't say anything good about this game. It's god awful. Everyone hates it. This is the only planet that bloody loves this game.
Mouse.
It's for effect, you know. You come in looking all daft or scary, and
It's not working.
But no. It's not even that good a mouse. It's pretty cheap. Mate, that's my mask there.
You just defiled.
Why do you not? What's your opinion on the matter? You're asking me. Yeah.
What? He lied to us. Don't you see? He lied to you. He lied to me. He lied to you, my boy.
Okay. Can you hold that thought for a second? Okay. Alright.
That way, I suppose it has a very strange power over me. So trivial yet so alluring. Look like a goddamned piece of sharp cheddar. I want it so bad.
Wait, buddy. Mate, that's a Nerf gun. No. Pretty sure it is. It's... No, right there, no.
That is pretty much no.
And the Strike Elite. There we go. Never go.
Girl? Listen here, boy. You're gonna make the worst review you possibly can. You need to show the world who he is.
He is a liar. You need to...
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne. No, you're dead. You're dead.
Are you sure about that?
This is my review of No Man's Sky. What a lot of lies. Majestic, isn't it? Take a look. Look at how beautiful the worlds look. The vibrant life, the battles, the mining, the travelling, the adventures you could have. The possibilities were endless. But in the end, were they? Did the game really meet up with expectations? The wait, the hype? Yes, no, maybe. Alas, I'm going too fast, so allow me to slow down a bit and truly work out if this game is as good as some loyal players say it is, or as bad and disappointing as other players might have you think. Now before we go anywhere, let's just lay down some of the facts in case you've been living underneath a rock for the last 300,000 years, and you just don't understand. No Man's Sky is a birthchild to the development company known as Hello Games. Up until this point in time, they've only made up to 3 games in total, the first 2 being 2 smaller games that I've never even heard of. Well, I sure haven't. Joe Danger. Well, I can see why this didn't take off. I mean, the danger in the name, nowhere's safe out there. I mean, it's a dangerous world out there. Health and safety.
Okay, calm down. Listen to me, Max.
Oh, Sarah, help me. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The third of which being No Man's Sky itself. This game gathered a large audience and fanbase, and for good reason. This game could have been groundbreaking. It could have been breaking the boundaries of what could be possible, bringing players together for an experience of a lifetime. So many people were in fact excited for this game that it created what I could say is the largest amount of hype I've ever seen for a game. And why shouldn't people? From the dawn of time, people have wanted to explore the stars, go into the darkness and find new things, find new planets, discover everything. I mean, who wouldn't? You see this? I drew that. Art.
It's shit.
You cannot take away my dreams, Potato. I will explore the stars.
It's still shit.
And so, throughout the years, the hype grew. Hello Games lead developer Sean Murray continued to spread new ideas and excitement for the players, only adding to the hype.
No.
And so, 2016 came around. I was there at the midnight release of the game. I was ready for it. After the days, weeks, months, years waiting for this, it was finally time. Finally time to set foot where no man has ever gone, to explore the universe, find planets, discover new species, and, most of all, find out what is in the center of the No Man's Sky universe. That sounded a lot better planned out in my head. And so I sat there at midnight, and then, yes, no, can this truly be? I can play it.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over. Houston, Columbia, again, over. Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully.
Flames that you're going out, spreading your seed across the universe. Well, maybe that's us. Close.
Surely not, he wouldn't.
Nobody would want that.
No. Why? He lied.
.28 a.m.
There are many things I want to get into when talking about No Man's Sky. I think the first place that would be best to start is with the gameplay. so we can leave the other stuff to talk about later. Now, in case you're sitting there wondering, excuse me, good sir, what is the aim of this game? Well, No Man's Sky is a game where you don't really have a specific aim of the game. There is a challenge, rather. You can try to reach the center of the universe, which is really what we've all been told we should be doing. And there's really no overlining story. The best way to describe this, or compare this rather, is with Minecraft. There is a set objective, but at the end of the day you can do whatever you want. You don't have to go and do that, you can go and make your own story out there. The first thing that happens when you load into No Man's Sky is you're set into a system which has a very low chance of being discovered yet, and allows you to name every single one of the planets and the system itself, as well as any species on the planet. I found this very interesting when I first heard about the game. It's one of the things that drew me in most. Unfortunately, it's something that doesn't really hold up in the long run. At first you think, well, if other players are gonna find this planet, they're gonna see that I'm the one that found it, you know, the planet Potato. All the wildlife on it, well, potatoes, you know, the system itself is called Potato. Somewhere out there's a system called Potato, with a planet called Potato, with a lot of potato. I need to get a life. And so I began my journey to the center. And in order to reach the center, you go from one planet to another, one space station to another. You keep getting resources, upgrading your ship to get more slots, and try to reach the center. Unfortunately, this really doesn't hold up in the long run. It gets very repetitive after the first 3 systems you've been through. And there's a lot of systems to go through. I mean, just look at the map. It's huge. It's impressively huge, but it's repetitive. Very repetitive. The other part of gameplay that is very important in the game is the spaceflight. Now, I like the spaceflight. I think it's cool. I think it's fun to take off from planets and go from one to another. But this is where some of the controversy begins. You see Mr. Sean Murray over there. Oh yes, there will be classes for your ships, yes. There will be different weapons. Your ships will have a huge effect. There'll be classes and factions to join. You could be a space pirate, a traveler, an explorer, a trader. You could be anything. Unfortunately, none of this is in there. There are no classes to the ships. There are no different weapons to each ship. The only thing that is different is the amount of space you got in each ship for your items. Don't get this game if you want to come here for amazing space battles and, you know, pirates and everything, where you can be anything, okay? Because every single player is practically the same thing at the end of the game. It's best to look at games like Mass Effect for stuff like that. Honestly, at the end of the game, it is a survival game. Does that matter? No, certainly not. I'm fine with a survival game, but I would like a bit more variety in the things that I'm doing. I want to see massive space battles. I want to be chasing after people that may have stolen my loot. I want to be going to find other people and then raiding them. But unfortunately, in the long run, you can pretty much work out the system. Start off at one system, you go to a planet, then another planet, then another one, and then to a new system, and then to a space station, and then you go and trade some stuff, and then you go and kill some people, and then you get into a small, may I just say, not big like the trailers said they would, small space fight. Rinse and repeat about, let's just say, 100 to 200 times to reach the center. Now are you starting to see some of the problems for this game? Now, I do know a lot of people do enjoy the game. I know that a lot of people do enjoy what you have to do, and fine. The more power to you, I say. But for me, personally, it didn't really bring anything to me. It just kind of was there, and it didn't really bring much more. Now, I mentioned briefly there about the combat, and yes, the combat isn't very good. The space battles, space combat isn't very good. your flying mechanics work fine, was flying but not in combat, you should be able to slow up a bit in combat. But that's not there. You're just speeding around and firing and missing. And the amount of glitches that have happened whilst in combat, in fact, I died. I died. Again and again and again in space combat. I'm fine with them showing us that we're so small against these other empires, but it just gets boring after a large amount of time, and your ships really don't help you in space combat. And ground combat is slightly better, but not so much. And whilst we're talking about the grounds, let's talk about the planets themselves, because once again, the lies strike again. You see, if you look in the trailers, the planets looked gorgeous. National Geographic. Look at this. I can't wait to see these planets. These are the planets? Okay, right. Can we just do a comparison quickly?
"20 minutes later."
I'll just add that one to the catalogue of lies we've been fed by Mr. Murray. Now, after all the disappointing gameplay, what else was wrong with the game? Surely the game had a lot of negative feedback for a reason. There must be something, minus the lies, which we'll get into in a second. I mean, what could it be? Yes, maybe. Just maybe. The game was broken for both PS4 and PC on the launch date. There were bugs, frame rate issues, crashes, glitches, the lot, all in one package named No Man's Sky. I myself, as I just said, had quite a few glitches, and the frame rate was pretty awful. Now, many people have been saying that people dislike the game because they've been overhyping it. You shouldn't have been expecting so much. Well, it sure doesn't help when the head of the team creating the game builds up lots of hype by saying false statements, things that aren't actually going to be in the game. Oh, you find it funny, do you? Do you know how much the fanbase hates you for all you've done? All the lies, the deceit?
No, they don't.
Do you want me to just list off every single thing that you've lied about just to show how much is missing from the game?
Yeah, if you want that, yes.
Very well then. Multiplayer? Is there multiplayer? Nope. Nope, two players found each other, but they couldn't see each other. Is there small things like rivers? Nope. Do the creatures eat each other in a life cycle? Nope. Do planets turn on their axis with the day and night cycle? Nope. Do they orbit? Nope. Do the space stations, are they fully explorable? Nope. Are there massive space fights like the trailers let on? Nope. Is there faction wars? Nope. Are there freighters in the atmosphere or battles in the atmosphere? Nope. Do you find things like crashed freighters? Nope. Do walkers stand up? Nope. Do ships take off in the ground? Nope. You gotta go to a trading station for that. And with that, I think we're done here.
But dear Potato Reviews, are you not forgetting something? Perhaps a certain ending?
No, I can't. Surely I can't. What you're saying is that you want me to tell them about something that I couldn't even believe at first. I can't do this. Please, have mercy. You're right. You're right. If you really don't want to know what's in the center, but believe me, you'll be saving yourself a lot of time if you don't already know. Because what is in the center is one of the biggest wastes of times is one of the most insulting things I've ever seen in the game. One of the things that we've been hyped up about so much. Okay? I'm gonna give you a 5-second warning. Skip ahead to the time I put in the text down there. Okay, around here somewhere. I don't know, it could be here, everywhere, to be honest. I don't know. What is in the center, I hear you ask? What is the aim of the game? What is it you've spent hours upon hours, countless hours searching for? What is the thing in the center of the universe? Nothing.
Can you customize the look of your character?
Sort of.
Do you ever get a good look at your character?
You can see other characters, and they can see you.
Can you just live in space?
Yeah. You can just fly about your ship forever.
Are there some planets that are too inhospitable for life?
Yeah.
Will the game be fun?
Yes.
Would you like to know how well you did?
No.
Is there a god in this game?
Well, maybe that's us. Like.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That's right, everything you've been led up to believe, there's nothing there. You know, there's just overhyping, and then there's just lazy. I'm edging towards the more lazy side of this. You just go from here to here, you know, it's no big deal. How many hours you put into this game? 200? As for graphics, they do look fairly nice, as do some of the worlds. But in the end, they do not look like the worlds we've seen in the trailers. And that is why I'm giving this game a 6.1. It's most definitely not awful, still a huge disappointment of the year. If you are a survival game fan, you probably will like this, and it does take some unique paths to the normal survival genre. I will probably say that this is one of the better games that can be done in space, with some of the space flying and combat. But with very little story, and so many lies, and just so many bugs at the opening stage, it's just not reached its potential. And that is everything for today, everyone. Hope you're all having a... Okay, is this going to be an ongoing thing? Sean Murray, how good of you to join us. I thought you wouldn't be leaving too soon.
Yes.
Well now, you remind me of certain individual, certain fig